Okay, so we're back in the shop again, working on the '08 Silverado. The old girl got 203,000 miles on it. I've had it for about 7 years or so now. And I'd had an intermittent miss that would come and go. And so I went through and I put all new spark plugs in, plug wires, and then I got it narrowed down to, it was the number 6 cylinder that kept missing every now and again. So I went ahead and put a new coil on number 6. And now it's a completely dead cylinder. There's no life there at all on number 6. So I'm hoping, about the only thing left that's easy enough for me to do is number 6 injector. I pulled the spark plug and it was completely just drenched with fuel. So I'm hoping it's just a stuck injector that's wide open, just blowing fuel in the cylinder like crazy is my hope. So the part stores for this truck was wanting, I don't know, anywhere from 100 to 100 and a quarter for one fuel injector. So I did the not probably so right thing, and I got on Amazon, and I got a whole set of 8. Of course, they're from China, but I paid $90 for these. So nothing else. I've got 8 tries. If one goes bad, I've got 7 more I can put in there if I want to. But I figured, what the hell, for $90, I'll give Chinese-made injectors a try. So I'm going to take a little time here, get this pulled apart, and see if I can't get this injector put in. So I'll let you know how things go. Alright, we got the injector out. It actually wasn't too bad at all. You got to take the air box that comes over here. You got to take that out. And then, there's a bolt that holds this wire loom on. Took it off to get a little extra room for the fuel crossover pipe. And then there's 2 small bolts. If I can get in here, there's one right there. And there's one way back here at the back that holds this fuel rail on. And then that gives you enough slack that you can actually pull that fuel rail up. And the injectors actually all came out of the intake, or the plenum, whichever you want to call it. And the injectors have a clip on top on the fuel rail to hold them up in the fuel rail. Well, I took the clips off the injectors and off the fuel rail, thinking I would leave all the injectors in the plenum or intake, whichever you want to call it. But they all pulled up out of there. So taking the clips off the fuel rail did me no good. But either way, I got them all popped up out of there. I got the number 6 injector out, and I am comparing it to the Chinesium made one, and they are identical. This is the old one, and even, I don't know if I can get that to zoom in, the part number matches perfectly with the new one. So I think we're going to be good to go as far as replacing it. Now, whether or not that actually fixes my miss issue, I do not know yet. But once we get this put in, we'll get it back together and give her a shot. And we'll see, hopefully that takes care of my miss. Now, you want to be sure, and on these O-rings, you want to lube them up just a little bit so that they don't tear when you're putting everything back together. So I'm going to work on that, get this put back together, and then we'll see if I still have a miss or not. So I'll let you all know. Okay, so I managed to get the new injector all put in. Oh, it's kind of hard to see way back in there. I got the air box put back on, and everything's all buttoned up except for the top cover. So I fired it up already, and it still had a miss, but I assumed it was from the cylinder being full of fuel, if that injector was just dumping fuel in. So I just let it run for a while and heat up, and the mist went away. So I should have took video of it, but I wasn't thinking. So let's see here. Get this thing fired up. And for right now, there is no miss. It's idling nice and smooth. Can hear the fuel pump running. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll get this top cover piece put back on here, get my hands cleaned up a little bit. I'll run it down the road. We'll see if the mist stays away or not. The real tell will probably be in the morning when it's cold. That's when it used to give me the most troubles, was first thing in the morning. And then on the way to work one morning, it just missed all the way to work and all the way home. So I'm hoping I got that issue taken care of. So I'll update you guys when I know more. Thanks. Alright, so we got her going down the road. Don't have any misfire. My tire pressure sensors are all bad, so that's why that light's flashing. Don't have a check engine light. With these trucks, when you get a misfire like that, the stability-track and the traction control, that'll all light up, and the check engine light will flash. So none of that's happening. Running really good. I've got my active fuel management disabler plugged in and going. It's from China as well, so hopefully we got things fixed. If something changes, I'll let you guys know. Thanks.